A couple of days ago, the big James Gunn announcement came through in which the DCU was presented and all of the 10 projects that are currently in development, one of which is also a spin-off series titled Amanda Waller, a character I'm very interested about, which is why I decided to take a look into things and tell you everything I know so far about the ruthless government official that will not stop until she gets what she wants. The wait is over, all of you DC fans can finally rest as something even bigger than the DC universe itself is coming to the big screen and your homes through the HBO Max streaming platform. Ever since Crisis on Infinite Earths happened, DC understood that every new beginning can be very important, with each and every new beginning unfolding in a way that it put characters in a whole new different directions from what we've been used to up until that point. The way in which the upcoming DCU, MCU's counterpart to put it in short, can establish itself as the next big thing.
We'll take care of the rest.
Good luck.
As for the next big thing and all the hype around, well, it all started last year when it was announced by Warner Bros. Discovery that blockbuster filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran had been hired as co-chairmen and CEOs of DC Studios, a new studio that would direct itself to oversee the upcoming DC movies, TV shows, and game projects. And ever since then, fans around the world have been asking themselves one question: which are all the projects that will be released in the near future? As everything else goes, the time has passed and slowly but surely the news came through and all the already confirmed projects from the upcoming DCU have been announced, with so many more others close to follow that have yet to be confirmed, but more on that some other time.
Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year.
Currently, there are 10 projects that are in development at Warner Bros., 5 movies and 5 TV shows that will all release on the HBO Max streaming platform and be set in the DCU, DC's live-action universe. In this list of upcoming projects, one particular title caught my eye, the Amanda Waller live-action series, about which it was confirmed by James Gunn himself that Viola Davis will be coming back to one of her most famous roles so far.
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis.
And that she'll be joined by some other characters from the Peacemaker series we have already had the pleasure of watching. The series was also said to be a Peacemaker follow-up, taking place between the 2 seasons of that TV show. For the Amanda Waller series, James Gunn decided to go with Crystal Henry as the writer of the series, with his works being recognized from his work as a writer for The Watchmen, and joining him will be Jeremy Carver, the person who created Doom Patrol, one of the most notable DC live-action series up until this point. Unfortunately, this is everything that Gunn confirmed about the series, leaving all of us with so many questions regarding the series, which is also the reason why I'm here today, to tell you everything that I know about this upcoming series, as well as some rumors and speculations regarding it, and without further ado, let's dive right in. But before I move forward with this video, I have to mention that Viola Davis is probably one of the actors that many fans wanted to see her star in her own solo project, and I can see why that is. The Amanda Waller character was so impactful that it resonated with the other DC characters who, after her, they also hit that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, on the more serious side, she was the one to gather them all up, and despite being somewhat harsh, which is understandable given her work environment, but nevertheless, finally a Viola Davis solo project is in the works at Warner Bros. For the upcoming DCU. Before getting into the setting and the story of the series, I want to note that Viola Davis recently expressed her enthusiasm toward returning to the role of Amanda Waller in the DC universe, and given her love for comics and the fantasy behind them, I understand why she likes the character so much. As the title of the series suggests, we're gonna see a whole lot more of the iron-fisted, temperamental civil servant Amanda Waller, which, coupled with the setting of the series in the Peacemaker universe where Davis's Waller made an appearance, could prove to be a very good decision. Not only because of the connection between the characters, but also because of the fact that there could be a chance that the series would also include a cameo appearance of the legendary Peacemaker, and John Cena reprising the role, hence the DCU giving the 2 characters an interesting future where their paths could intertwine more than both of them probably ever wanted. Not much is known for the story side of things regarding the series, but it's expected for the events of the series to pick up right where they left off, Amanda Waller getting exposed by none other than her own daughter, who was the mastermind behind the agendas of both the Suicide Squad and Task Force X.
Under the command of a woman named Amanda Waller.
No release date has been set yet for the series, but it will certainly release on the HBO Max platform alongside a few other of Gunn's projects. According to what was said and what my educated guess says, I have some sad news for you all. Don't expect the series to drop before 2025. The earliest, if not 2026 or 2027, the time period that was given to the public regarding the release window of all 5 series that were confirmed by Gunn in the comic-style promo. The Amanda Waller character made her first big screen appearance in David Ayer's take on the Suicide Squad in 2016, and Viola Davis in the role of one of the most immaculate and cruel characters so far, all the way to a point where fans felt like she was the true villain of the movie rather than Joker or Enchantress. After this movie, Davis would go on to reprise her role as Waller in James Gunn's reboot of the same movie, which was released in 2021 and was followed by a cameo appearance from the character in the latest Black Adam movie. And as mentioned before, the Peacemaker series, now set to have her own series, I think that Waller is about to make a fearsome impact on the live-action DCU, exactly what the character deserves after smashing that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell.
The longer he has to adapt, the harder it would be to take him down.
Wheels up in 30.
But no, in reality, something that Waller deserves, judging by how big of a character she is in the comics as well, not only through up until this point short-lived live-action life. As for all of you who are not familiar with the character, beyond her live-action appearance in the previously said movies, she originated in DC Comics in 1986, a character described as an antagonist and an ally, a ruthless high-ranking government official who used everything in her power to get what she wants, no matter the cost.
Why, Mr. Wayne?
Just like to make friends.
Because of her strong will, she's tasked to oversee research into metahumans, which led to her forming semi-secret government-led groups of supervillains. The metahumans she liked were taken to be the part of the likes of the Suicide Squad, Task Force X, and A.R.G.U.S. All of these groups, as you might have noticed, were assembled only for dangerous missions in exchange for amnesty. Waller is a force to be reckoned with, and I have no doubt that Viola Davis will do an even better job to an already perfect portrayal of the character from her side so far.
Are you sure they can take him?
Waller, you find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take care of the rest.
Everything was done in a fantastically insidious fashion. The other interesting thing I wanted to mention that I personally think could prove to be true is a little more in-depth guide into Belly Rave, not in the literal sense, but rather in that more information and how things work to be given to the fans, and knowing just how important this metahuman prison is to Waller, her being in charge of overseeing things and assembling her necessary asset to the US government, a place where she's the judge, jury, and executioner. She basically runs the place headstrong, a characteristic of her from where her nickname The Wall comes from, being the difficult person to deal with that she is. All in all, the main thing is that the series has already been confirmed.
It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it.
And I think that I'll be saying for all of us here today that I can't wait to see the entire thing unfold, with the series itself determined to set Waller's future in the brand new DCU. See you in the next video.